Hello Capricorn, this is your relationship reading, whether you're single or you're in a relationship, whatever. It's general reading, so I'd like to pull your attention to that because it's a general reading. That means that some things will resonate, some things will not apply to you, so leave those behind because they are not belonging to you. It doesn't matter really, so take what you want from this reading, which is yours, and then leave behind the rest. Now, if you want to have a more fuller picture, you could also have a look into your rising sign, your ascendant reading, and the reading for your moon sign, because sometimes that makes a bigger picture, or sometimes you resonate more with those. Now, thank you first for being here, for always here to support me, and I really appreciate that. If you consider following me, subscribe to my channel, because you could then be alerted if you click on the bell to see when a new reading is coming out. And also, if you're a subscriber, you could win a free reading with me, because I'm doing a competition, and for details on that, on how to enter and what to do, stay with me, stick to the end of the video, because I'll explain it all there. For now, let's dive into these cards, Capricorn. So Capricorn, I'm looking at these three last cards because we have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and these two cards, I'm going to pull them in. Look how similar they are. They both portray a woman that is leaving behind stuff but is walking towards a light, towards a new horizon. Here towards the sun coming up, here also towards this light. So it feels like you're leaving something behind. So this could be that you're leaving an actual relationship behind, if you're in a relationship. It could be that if you have been, you're single and you have been dating, that you leave behind the dating scene, the way you are dating, or maybe you have met somebody there, because I'm seeing this Knight of Cups, and still you're finding out that you need to leave things behind. Now, it could also be, whether you're single or in a relationship, that you leave behind a certain way of being in that relationship. So you're not leaving the relationship, but you leave behind some beliefs, some thoughts, some belief systems, some patterns that you have been doing all of your life and repeating over and over again, whether in new relationships or in a relationship, a long-term relationship. And you have decided here to cut loose from that way of acting, that way of thinking, that way of behaving, walking away from that and going towards a new way of being. So the light indicating something new, something fresh, but also something better. And I feel it's more that than you leaving the relationship. And why do I say that? Because I have here beautiful cards. I have here the Knight of Cups, so that for single people, for sure somebody's in your life, coming into your life, and this can be already happening, or it can be happening quite soon from now. Some new energy, some new love energy, somebody who's going to woo you, who's going to charm you, brings you flowers, brings you nice energy. It is a nice energy, this Knight of Cups. And we have here beautiful cards with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles means it's a card of enjoyment, of abundance, of things coming together. But I feel there is something here blocking you, and this is this Two of Swords. This Two of Swords is that it's connected with this Eight of Swords. It's a belief system. It's a belief system that you have. It's a pattern that you repeat in a relationship. It's not the healthiest of patterns. It could be that it's a sort of a dependency pattern where you feel you need to be in a relationship and you repeat that over and over again, and then the relationships don't work out. So you always have to start over, change. But I feel that now is the time for you to cut through that pattern and to really be in relationships in a different way. I feel this Ten of Swords and this Eight of Cups is really telling me that you have you're going to stop doing that. You're going to really pull the blindfold off and see what you're doing in this relationship, because really it's you who's doing the sabotaging. In an existing relationship, or in a new relationship, or new relationships that come up, if you're single, you are the one who's self-sabotaging by your patterns, your belief system, the way you see relationships. And it's really time to unshackle yourself from that, to really free yourself up. It's only in your head, because look, the threads and the crows are around her head, and here it's in the mirror, it's not in the real world. So it is a belief system, a pattern that you repeat, and that really sabotages relationships, and they are here. So if there's a new relationship coming in, be careful you don't repeat the pattern, cut through it. And I believe you're going to do that, because here is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is moving towards that Ten of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card. And I really feel that this is sort of the end card. You know, a beautiful, stable relationship is in the possibilities for you, Capricorn, if you change the way you are in a relationship. It's all about your self-sabotage. It's all about your attitude, your behavior, your thoughts about relationships. That needs to change. That is possible. You know that tarot cards are about potential energy, so it really depends on how you act and how you behave. If you manage to cut through this self-sabotaging pattern, these self-sabotaging thoughts and belief systems and beliefs and whatever, then you can come here, because you're walking away from it. You're leaving that behind, and you're walking towards these cards. Because it is possible, there is somebody there if you're single, and if you're not single, if you're in a relationship, this person that is you're in a relationship with really loves you, is really somebody that cares for you, that is dedicated to you, that loves you, but you're the one who often sabotages this relationship. So if you want this relationship to last, and then you really need to change that. You need to break through that. And then you will see the relationship with different eyes. You see it in a lighter way, but you will see it with the different eyes. And it brings change, and it brings a lot of happiness. This is a good card to have at the end. Now, it's the end of the first row. I know. I feel this is more the internal process. This is what's happening. This is what you're doing internally, releasing yourself from the shackles and walking away from those beliefs, walking towards that new sun, that new light. And then this is possible. As I said, all in the potential. Because, yeah, that's how tarot works. Sometimes things shift. If you don't do that, then this will come out completely different. So really think and see how you are sabotaging yourself. See how you're sabotaging relationships. And this could be by being too critical of the other person, but also about being too critical about yourself in the relationship. It can be about self-worth. It can be about dependency and not being, not have enough separation between where you end and the relationship begins, where everything is sort of melted and merged together, and that is not healthy either. So see how that works out for you, Capricorn. Okay, I'm going to pull some more cards here. Okay. See, you need a new value system, a new way of seeing things. It is possible. It is in the possibilities. It's funny how this Ace of Pentacles comes out on these two negative cards, because these are really the negative cards. So if you manage to get a new value system and a new belief system and a new way of looking at relationships, then this is possible. So I hope you can do that. Because I feel this Seven of Swords is related to your belief system. And here, this as well. The Ten of Wands. So I feel that the Seven of Swords is related to your belief system. I feel that sometimes you believe that you are being... I'm not saying cheated in the literal sense, but like somebody that people take advantage of you in the relationship, that you're the one who's doing the heavy lifting, and that nobody else is helping you, and that you are doing the heavy lifting in the relationship, and that you are doing most of the work here as well. 10 of Wands. But I feel that is only in your head. That is that 2 of Swords and that 8 of Swords. Now, if you could change around this way of looking at yourself in the relationship, it's more about yourself. It's not so much about the other people. It's really how you see yourself in the relationship. If you can see that, no, it's not only you who's doing the hard work. Well, it could be, but then that also means the relationship is not really for you, is it? But let's say that you're having this in your head, and you're always pointing fingers at your partner or at your potential partner, and you see everything as hard work, then relationships are not going to happen. Because of course relationships do need some work. They do require a certain amount of compromise. I'm not saying that you have to compromise your whole spirit or your whole soul or who you are, but there is give and take. You need to do that. And if you consider that as too much trouble or too much work, or if you see that, or if you think in your head that it's only you who has to do or does the hard work, then it's not going to help you forward. It's also not going to help you say what you need in that relationship. And I feel that there is, you need to have a new approach to the relationship. And that also means that you need to be honest and forward, and not, sneaky, not keeping it all to yourself. If you have something that is bothering you, don't keep it to yourself. Say it. But say it in a way where you don't point fingers, where you don't blame. Say it in a way that, you are being heard and understood. Don't keep it in. That is also one of the things that I'm seeing here. Now, for the singles amongst you, if this person comes in, it's the same thing. Because then that person comes in, and this could quite quickly come back, because it is a pattern. So really be observant of how your pattern is sabotaging the relationship, and then try to do something about it, Capricorn. It's really high time you come to the realization, because look, you have this 4 of Wands here. So it is possible for this relationship, if you're single and there's somebody new coming in, for this relationship to really become a solid, a beautiful long-term relationship. And if you are already in a relationship, it's, there is this possibility to make it more stable, but you need to do the work. You need to do the contemplation. You need to really look deep inside your heart and soul and say, listen, I need to change this around, because otherwise I'm stuck in my patterns. And that, I feel that is really, really important here, Capricorn. So if you can do that, that is going to make your life so much easier, and it's going to make your relationship so much better. So I would be very, very observing of myself if I were you. And, look deep inside. Also, if something bothers you, don't keep it in. Say it. Don't do the heavy lifting alone. Don't keep the problems that you feel in the relationship inside of you. Say them. Speak them out. Make sure that, you're on the same page. Elephant spirit, learn from the past. So really learn from how you acted and how you behaved in other relationships or in the past, and look at it, from with a cold eye, really, with a cold perspective, and a distant perspective with distance, so you can be a little bit the observer of yourself, and you can see how you were behaving in relationships, and how you, in most of the cases, it was you who sabotaged the whole thing. And I'm not saying that you were a bad person, or that you were, a nuisance or something like that. It's just, your beliefs, and maybe that's your insecurities, your fears. That is the things that sabotage you. And I love this card, Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. So abundant universe here, the Ten of Pentacles. And then the Four of Wands here. I feel this relationship that you're in, if you're in one, if you can change your behavior and your way of seeing things, it can be beautiful. It will be abundant, it will be providing, it will be supportive, it will be loving. If you are on the dating scene, you're meeting someone new, this person is charming, etc., and bestowing gifts and love and attention on you. Also, this can be very abundant, and this can get a very good outcome if you let it. If you break through these two cards, if you get away from being, negative, really. Negative about yourself in a relationship, negative about relationships in general. It's an attitude you really have to change, and you can do it because it's there. You can do it, but you will need to do the work. It's not like it's going to happen just like that with, in the wink of an eye, or how to say the blink of an eye. Sometimes my English expressions are not 100% up to speed. I think I really love this card. No, this is first view. I'm just going to pull it in. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. Now look at here in the egg, you see a face. This is a face, the face of spirit. The spirit that is walking alongside you, that is helping you, that is protecting you. And it's talking about peace. It's asking you to feel peaceful. So I'm going to read it. And I feel this has to do again with your attitudes and your patterns. If you're more at peace within yourself and you look at yourself in the relationship in a different way, you also look at the relationship in a different way and in a more peaceful way, your relationship can really thrive. So let me just read it. So peace. Freedom from attachment and radical acceptance. That acceptance is accepting the other person. Accepting the fact that you are also not perfect. That the other person is not perfect. Accepting the fact that your attitudes are often self-sabotaging and sabotaging relationships. And that you need to step out of them. Okay, I'm going to read the Oracle's message. It doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. And I'm also going to read the relationship message. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savored. So it's telling me that yes, it is possible for you to have a beautiful relationship if you let go of the attachment to your attitudes, to your negative thinking, to seeing the bad in everybody, to thinking that people are sort of cheating on you. And I'm not saying cheating in a literal space, but sort of that you're doing the hard work and the other ones are just, lying around and not doing anything. And you're having that look. So it's stepping away from that. Well, ultimately your negative patterns, your negative belief system about yourself, about relationship, about other people in a relationship. If you can change that, Capricorn, this is yours. This Buffalo Spirit. So really, really, really make an effort. Make an effort to observe how you sabotage yourself. Because it starts with observing and then you can start changing it, yes? Okay, Capricorn, that's your reading for the relationship realm. You can find me on Instagram with the Daily Tarot card if you want more of this. Of course, you can always subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell. You'll be alerted when a new reading comes out. But if in the meanwhile, between readings, you want a card of the day, it's there on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on Twitter. So you can find me there. You can also find the readings which are just plain guidance cards for the full moon and the new moon. I do those on Instagram as well, so you can find me there as well. On the 26th, we'll have a full moon with an eclipse, and I'll be doing guidance cards for all the zodiac signs, so also for you, Capricorn. You can find that on Instagram. Now, for the exciting part, if you want to win a reading with me, and you want to enter the competition, it's very simple. Here on YouTube, and only on YouTube, please notice this, not on other social media, only on YouTube. Go to the comment box, put the word grace in the comments. Grace, Grace. That's all you have to do. And also, you have to be a subscriber to my channel. If you are a subscriber, you put a comment in, then you have a chance to be drawn out of a number of names, and I'll do that drawing of the names on the 31st of May, and then I'll announce the winner, and then I'll tell you how you can contact me, and we set up the practical things of the free reading. That's it from me to you, Capricorn, for now. So have a look on Instagram for the full moon, maybe for the daily cards. And also June is coming soon as well. Time flies, really. So June's coming, and that means June reading is coming up as well. I'll be working on those during the next week. And they'll be coming up bit by bit as well, just like these. Okay, Capricorn, that's it from me to you. And bye for now. Thank you for being here. Bye.